Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you know, this is something I haven't really been keeping steady with or keeping on track with. So it's something that I just felt compelled to talk about again. A couple months ago, I posted a video on Kick, which is an accounting software that is similar to Wave or QuickBooks or everything else like that. And it was about them talking about just really like how Kicks could help you as a business. And today I'm kind of here to talk about um, what your next steps are, because if you didn't know and you haven't been out in the accounting world today or even on social media, bench accounting shut down. So bench accounting is a huge kind of like, I guess, like bulk accounting firm where they onboard clients for a cheaper cost. And there, of course, I want to mention right off the bat that there is no shame in if you did work with bench accounting. Of course, that is what was best for you and your business at the time, and there is no judgment. The main cause of this is just to say, how do we move forward? How do we get to where we want to go next? So, of course, if bench accounting was something that you saw that did get shut down and you're like, how do I move forward? This is exactly where you need to be. So, let us discuss. Sorry, let me just actually put this up a little bit so that I can make sure that you guys are appropriately hearing me, because it seems like my volume is considerably lower than I want it to be. Okay, I think everything is good. I think everything is much better. There we go. Okay, so if you are someone who is using bench accounting, again, I want to mention there is no shame in the fact that you use bench accounting. It was great for you and your business at the time. My main purpose here is to kind of help you discuss your next steps and what you should do now that Bench has shut down. First of all, as of right now, Bench is not releasing any sort of data to their clients. So you won't actually have access to your data until December 30th. You will receive further information. So the information that it says right on their website, and I'm just going to share my screen so that you can see this, is that there is a notice of service closure. We regret to inform you that as of December 27th, 2024, the bench platform will no longer be accessible. We know this news is abrupt and may cause disruption, so we're committed to helping bench customers navigate through the transition. From the entire team at Bench, it has been an absolute privilege to serve small businesses for the last 13 years. Thank you for being a part of their journey, the Bench team. So what happens next? On this website by December 30th, customers will receive further information about how to access their bench data. And that is, of course, based on what they're saying, like right now, nobody does have access to their information, which as a business owner, you should never not have access to your information. That's absolutely astronomical that they would take that access away. But it's also highly unethical that they are just not even talking to people. They have let go of their employees. They've just let go of people, and they were taking subscriptions up to yesterday. So people were paying bench up until yesterday, which is absolutely crazy. I can't believe that any sort of company would take any sort of money knowing that they had this imminent shutdown. Now, I am no stranger to this kind of immediate um, you know, letting go of people. My husband actually went through something similar where his company called him the night that he left work and told him he was not coming in tomorrow. There was no severance, there was nothing. He was just let go. So I completely and totally understand from that context point of view kind of what there is. But I wanted to talk about the next steps and kind of like where we go from here. So there are a couple of things that you can do, but the first thing I want you to do is breathe and give yourself some grace. If you are someone who's a go-getter, then you're most likely going to want to do your books yourself, which is totally fine. I'm here to guide you through that. If you are someone who is just stressed to the max, you already have so much going on, it's the end of the year, you can't handle another thing on your plate, then I also want to talk about the options with hiring a bookkeeper. So earlier today, I posted a threads, and I kind of just want to go through that and explain my thought process on that. So we're just going to pop this up. So For those of you who got dropped by bench, here's how you can save yourself some stress right now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is pop into your bank account and download that those bank statements for the entire year. Don't even bat an eye, just get them in there, download them for the entire year, label them something like I do for my clients, where you have your bank account name, and then the date and the year. Download or save whatever receipts and invoices you have in your email or physically. So if you have a physical box of shoebox receipts, it might be great time to scan those into your computer. If you have, digital ones, it might be time to put those all into a separate folder if you haven't been already, just so that you can have those all as a backup, so that you can match them and understand whatever was going on within your business at any point during the year. And then the next thing is, if possible, if you don't already have one, because you were using bench, is to get into an accounting system like QuickBooks, Xero, Wave, or FreshBooks. I cannot recommend Kick at this point in time. Again, if you watched my video back a while ago, I did talk about Kick and how it's just not quite there with capabilities. And I do not think that any business owners should be using it. Obviously, if you think it's great and you've tested it and you're like, Samantha, I think this is amazing, please do not let me stop you. But the point of this is mainly for me as a bookkeeper to give you that insight. And I personally used Kick for about 3 days and just did not find it to have the capabilities that software like QuickBooks or Xero have. So the next thing I would suggest, of course, is, take it 1 month at a time with your data. So sit down with your data, especially if you're DIYing it, and take it 1 month at a time. So start in January, categorize everything you can remember. The way I like to do it is, sort it by description, so that everything that's the same description comes up. So, if you have a Canva subscription, that Canva subscription is going to have the same description throughout the entire year. So that's something that you can categorize really quickly and easily, and then kind of go from there. Obviously, 1 month per day is 12 days. So if you were to just do that in 12 days, you'd be totally caught up. And usually about a month can take 1 to 4 hours, depending on how intensive your bookkeeping is. It can take longer. It can take a full day, but it really does depend on how intensive it is. The next thing you're going to want to do is, because January is so close, is you're going to want to focus on, once those account expenses and income is all recorded, getting your 1099s out to the appropriate people. So getting those 1099s out to the people that you need to get them out to, whether that be your contractors, your independent contractors, your subcontractors, or anybody you owe rent to, royalties, anything like that, getting that focused on. And then once your 1099s are out, you kind of have a little bit of that breather space in between January and April. That's when you're really going to want to review all of your data for accuracy and analyze and ensure that you have everything, because obviously with everything else going on, it's just going to be so stressful that you're going to want to take that time after January to sit down and analyze everything. Then once you're confident that your books are where they need to be, you're going to want to download your financials and save them. And also, you're going to want to download a backup of your accounting software and save that somewhere so that you can save your beauty in the future. Your beauty. So that is if you're DIYing it. Now, if you're someone who you just saw all of that and you are like, Samantha, that stresses the crap out of me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any interest in doing any of that. I don't have the time to do that. It's a new year in a few days. I just want to take a step back and relax. First of all, after hearing all of this bench news, I have decided to open my books back up and not limit the amount of clients I am onboarding next month, because I do have people that can assist me, contractors and employees that I can call upon to help out with getting books done that are reliable and I know do a good job. So I'm more than willing to do that. I also have a great group of people that I know that I would be able to refer you to if I cannot help you. So there's a whole bunch of that. Now, obviously, I have limitations, so there is a point where I have to stop. But the point of this is that I am offering 50% off to any bench users. So if you're a bench user and you just need someone to come and clean up your books from the past year, or if you needed to go back even further, please fill out the form in the description box where it says discovery call if you want to book a discovery call, and I can get you on my calendar. Obviously, we'll get you on there as soon as possible, where your cleanup done as soon as possible. That way we can, get you going into the right direction. Usually cleanups do and catch-ups do cost a little bit more, but because of this huge drop where they're just letting you go immediately, I really want to help out my fellow business owners. I know how stressful this can be. I am very sorry that whoever has gotten dropped by bench did get dropped by bench. Now, I also want to mention that if you are deciding to go with another software, I genuinely and wholeheartedly think if that's what you think is best, go for it. But I will mention that similar to bench, you get tossed around with a lot of different bookkeepers. It's not always the same person. If you're looking for that personalized touch where you want someone to really get intimate with your books and talk to you about your business and how you can grow it, smaller firms like myself and a couple of the other ladies I know are really where it's going to be at. So if you're looking for that personalized service, you really want and crave that personal attention, you want someone who's going to understand your books and help you learn them, then that's where you're going to want to rely on us smaller firms over here. Okay, so the point of this video was benches shut down. What happens now? So I've given you a step-by-step if you're going to DIY your books on how to do it. If you're really panicking and you just don't have time, I have given you resources. I have a podcast. I have a blog. There's tons of free resources to help out. However, if you are still someone who wants to DIY it and you're like, I need someone to ask questions to, I will never charge you to ask questions. I am here for you. Send me a message on Instagram, send me an email. You have my email. I want to be able to help you out. So just communicate with me and I will help you as much as I can. Otherwise, I do wish you all the best. You are in my thoughts, you're in my prayers. I understand how hard this is right at the end of the year and right before tax season. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, let me know. Otherwise, I wish you all a beautiful night and I will see you next time.